Welcome to day 6 of your Tokenomics Bootcamp. Today we're going to be learning how smart investors analyze cryptocurrency. Now, this is just simply how the investors do it. Not just what I taught you in this 1 week bootcamp, but simply what they actually do. Because this 1 week bootcamp was just to show you the basics, right, of how to analyze a cryptocurrency. But now I'm about to break down to you more of what they look at in order to know a project that will do well and how they will invest. So let's go straight into it. So over the past few days, we've learned about crypto fundamentals, tokenomics, supply, utility, how to identify quality crypto projects, right? So by now you should realize something very important. Tokenomics alone is not enough to become a successful crypto investor. Yes, tokenomics alone is not enough. It is one piece of the puzzle. To consistently identify high potential projects, you need to understand several other areas of the market. So we'll look at some of these areas. I will not actually go in depth into them. I'll just explain what these areas are so that you know what you should be looking at in case you want to actually read a project fully and fully know the right investment to make in the crypto world. So let's go straight into it. The first one is macroeconomics. Now, I am an expert in macroeconomics. As of the time of making this video, I have 3 years experience when it comes to macroeconomics. I can read the economics of any currency, both you know dollar, both yen, both card, anything. That's why I'm actually very, very profitable in the financial market. I trade both stock, Nigerian and US stock. I trade cryptocurrencies. I trade both the forex market, right? I give analysis on JPY, card, USD. Sometimes, if you view my status on WhatsApp, you see me post some of these updates, right? And on weekends, I give updates based on this, right? Because I have, you know, a very, very good insight when it comes to macroeconomics. Now, macroeconomics just simply helps you understand bigger picture. It explains why money flows into crypto at certain time and leave at others. Do you understand? So topics such as inflation, interest rate, economic growth, global conflict, and central bank policies all influence investors' decision. So understanding macroeconomics helps you know when the market is favorable for investing. So let me just break this down for you. Summarize everything I just said. Macroeconomics help you understand inflation, interest rate, economic growth, and global conflict of a particular currency or economy. So every currency has a particular economy in which it's based on, right? And also the cryptocurrency too, they have economics which you can read based on this to understand the health of a cryptocurrency. That's where economics comes in. But when it comes to macroeconomics, you can read the health of dollar to know where cryptocurrencies will go to. Because if you notice, all cryptocurrencies are related to USD, which is the dollar. So you read the economy of US to understand where the cryptocurrency is heading to. If inflation is rising, you know that dollar might actually be bullish, cryptocurrencies might sell. This is the work of macroeconomics. You read the health of an economy and you direct it to a currency. So that is why if you want to become an expert in the financial market, you have to understand macroeconomics. That's one of the first things you have to understand. And I myself, I'll tell you for a fact, and 80% of my profitability comes from macroeconomics. Do you understand? I read the health of an economy, mostly the US. I know when the Fed's about to hike interest rates. I know when the Fed's about to cut interest rates. I know when the economy is doing well. I know when the economy is doing poorly. I know when there's conflict in the air. Not just when the conflict has started, when it's about to start. And most times investors move based on these things. Do you understand? That is the power of macroeconomics. So there's more to just tokenomics. You have to also understand macroeconomics. And macroeconomics is something I teach my premium students, those who are in BYCRYPT Academy. I teach them macroeconomics. I teach them how to, read the fundamentals of the economy and know how to apply this to crypto. So let's go over to the second one, which is technical analysis. Now, most of you have heard of this. Most of you have heard of this. Some of you self watching this video are good at it, right? Technical analysis is the study of price charts. It helps investors identify trend, support and resistance level, potential buying and selling opportunities. So even if a project has strong fundamentals, buying at the wrong time can reduce your return. So technical analysis just helps improve your timing. Now, when it comes to technical analysis, we look at charts like this. In case you're new to this word, this is just what the chart look like. You must have seen this somewhere. You must have heard of this somewhere. This is what people look at in order to know where the chart is heading to. I'm telling you. and they analyze the chart based on this outlook. And I can tell you for a fact, technical analysis help you to know, okay, best zone to enter in the market to see profit. But fundamentals tells you where the market is actually heading to. So why technical analysis is very important, because in as much as you need fundamentals, you also need technicals to know the right place to place your entry. Do you understand? You need to understand price charts to know where to actually put your entry, your stop loss, your take profit in order to make good return from the crypto, forex, stock, or financial markets. So technical analysis is actually one of the important things you need to learn. Do you understand? And I also help you out in this after the 1 week bootcamp. So the second one is the third one is the market sentiment. Now, markets are driven by emotions as much as logic. Do you understand? Understanding whether investors are optimistic or fearful can help you anticipate the direction of money flow. All right, listen up. If investors are optimistic about a particular currency, it will likely go up. If they are fearful about a cryptocurrency or a particular currency, that currency will likely depreciate. That means to go down. So this is why experienced investors pay close attention to market sentiment instead of following hype. Most people just follow hype. Oh, BTC is about to buy, they just buy. They don't follow market sentiment. And you have to understand market sentiment. Sometimes the market sentiment might be saying BTC is about to sell, but you are buying based on hype, and you definitely get liquidated. You definitely lose your money. And that is why most people lose money in the financial market. They just follow what others are doing. They don't follow market sentiment. So market sentiment just simply tells you what investors are focusing on, right? What is investors focusing on? And with investors focus, you can know the direction in which you should trade. So let's go back to the fourth one, on-chain and project research. Now, smart investors don't just stop at reading a project website. No, they also research the development team. I talked about the team in the last lesson. The community activity, I talked about this too. You understand? Partnership, roadmap, token holders, ecosystem growth. The more information you gather, the better your investment decisions become. So this is why it's actually very, very good to understand some of these, you know, some of these words. You need to understand some of these things because it will help you know where a particular project is heading to. So understand the team, understand the community activity, the partnership, the roadmap, token holders. All these things are not hard. The same way I taught you supply and it's very, very easy. That's the same way all these things are easy. The same way I taught you the utility and it's very easy. That's the same way all these things are easy. You just need someone that will guide you through the process. Do you get my point? So let's go back to the fifth one, which is risk management, most important one. So even if you are the best investor, right? You're still going to make mistake. So even the best investors make mistake. The difference is that they know how to manage risks. You see, I've had losses, right? I'll not come and sugarcoat anything here for you. I've had losses, but it's that risk management that prevents me from losing my account. So never invest money you cannot afford to lose, and never take risks you cannot afford to handle. Do you understand? Always diversify your investments and avoid making decisions based purely on emotions or social media hype. Do you understand? So stop following what everybody is doing and start following the right process, which is market sentiment, reading macroeconomics, understanding tokenomics. Do you understand? Checking the team, checking the community, and using the right risk management. All these things will help you make wealth in the longer term. You see, wealth is patience. You have to be very, very patient about it. Don't rush in, don't jump into anything, any project you see. It's a gradual process. Do you understand my point? So let's keep moving. So the common mistake beginners make. Now, many beginners buy because everyone else is buying, right? Invest without doing project research. Focus only on price instead of value. Ignore market condition. Expect quick profit without understanding the project. So successful investing requires patience, discipline, and continuous learning. You have to continuously keep learning to become better at this, right? You don't just follow what other people are doing. You have to be different because if it was that easy, everybody would be making money. So it's not that easy. That's why people are losing money. Do you understand? One thing I've realized about the financial market is your mistakes are being paid in dollars. So if you make any mistake, you will learn the hard way. So that's why you have to be very, very careful. Do you get? So think like an investor. This is the first thing I want you to understand before you go into any project, think like an investor. Professional investors always ask different questions. Instead of asking how much can this coin go up, no, they ask what problem does it solve, right? Which is the utility. Does it have real users, which is the team? Is the team capable? That's another team, right? So check all these things. Is there long-term demand? You can check all these things. Tokenomics. Is the current market environment favorable? That is the market sentiment and macroeconomics. All these questions help you separate investing from gambling. People do say forex trading and crypto trading is like sporty bets. I doubt it's not. Trust me, they are two different things. In trading, you know, you make precise analysis, you make precise, you know, research. You don't just jump in based on everybody saying this will win or everybody will say this or that. Do you understand? You make your research, you understand that particular coin or cryptocurrency or currency you're investing in. You check the economic health. All these things will give you a directional bias to where the currency is heading to. I have never read fundamentals that said the market will go up and the market went down. No, it doesn't happen. It always goes in the fundamental direction. Do you understand? So that is one thing you have to have in mind. By the time you do your good research and you learn all these things, money will flow to you. But you have to be patient about it. Do you get my point? So your journey doesn't end here, right? Day six might actually be the last time you have a lesson. In day seven, I will explain to you how you can further your journey because it doesn't end here. So, congratulations on making it this far. You've built a strong foundation in crypto fundamentals and tokenomics. However, this bootcamp was designed to introduce you to the basics. Do you understand? There are still many advanced topics that serious investors study, including macroeconomics, liquidity, on-chain analysis, trading psychology, technical analysis, market cycle, portfolio management, advanced project research. All these things are some things you need to learn in order to become good at reading investment plans. Do you get? So these are skills that take time to develop, but they can completely change how you approach the crypto market. So for those who choose to continue their learning journey, we'll be covering these topics in a much greater depth after the bootcamp. Do you understand? So I want you to understand that this is not where the lesson ends. There's still more to learn. And in tomorrow's class, which is the day seven, I'll be explaining to you everything you need to know about BYCRYPT and how you can further your journey if you're interested in going in depth into this. Trust me, investment is the biggest way, fastest way to actually get rich. You just have to learn it first of all. You don't just invest based on what people are telling you to do. Wouldn't you want to be the one calling the shots? Wouldn't you want to be the one telling people, oh, don't invest in this, invest in that? Wouldn't you like that? Exactly. That is what I'm here to teach you. I'm not here to give you fish. How do they say it? I'm not here to give you fish. I'm here to teach you how to catch fish. So you get my point. You need to learn all of this in order to become good at investing. So, with that being said, do not just jump into any crypto project based on what you learned in the 1 week Tokenomics bootcamp. Do not go and gamble your money because if you do that, you're just gambling. Make sure to patiently learn and hit me up in case you want more knowledge of this. So, I'll see you in the next one.